Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is August 19, 2021, and today is Thursday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, markets tumble across the board as FOMC warns moving forward. Now looking at the major economic events of the day, nothing scheduled for today. So as we look at the various markets, starting out with the US dollar gaining versus the major pairs, that includes the Euro, the Aussie, the GBP, and the South African Rand, all getting weaker versus the USD. In terms of the indices, the Dow Jones tumbled yesterday, bringing down the Nasdaq as well. Now, in terms of commodities, gold remains steady, actually, while oil sells off in stocks. The only green stock yesterday was Tesla, while all the other stocks held off, and Bitcoin also breaking below 45,000. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So let's go here. Let's start with the Euro USD on a daily chart, and we broke that 117. That was a coveted level, a 117-ish level, and we broke it 116.80-ish level. That's not a major break, but it's a break, okay? It's a psychological break. We're below 117. That's a major retracement as the dollar is getting stronger. Now looking at the Aussie USD also, look at that. For just falling out of bed, okay? Real next support level, somewhere in the 70-ish level. So we do have some further downwards momentum that we can go. Looking at the GBP, also retracing to 137 after getting that bounce. And looking at the US, the Rand, Rand breaking that 15, which is a major psychological level. Now, this is happening in tandem, which means that this is happening with the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq falling apart and the dollar getting stronger. That's a normal correlation between the two, and we like to see that in terms of just trading wise, okay? Now, I'm not saying that the Nasdaq or the Dow Jones might not bounce back, but something to consider. Looking at gold, you can see that we did taper off from 195-ish level, 196-ish level, down to 1781, but that's not a major retracement, okay? We're holding that 30-day moving average. As long as we can sustain that, I think we will continue further climbing. Now looking at oil, did tumble down to 63.75. That's a major retracement. Looking at a daily, that's major. Okay, now we are hitting previous resistance, maybe subsequent support around this area. Next real support level is 61.75, so keep that in mind. However, looking at the Dow Jones, look at that. That's a 1 hour chart as it just continues to tumble pre-trading. Look at that, okay? It continues going higher, and then this nosedive, okay? Now, I can't say that this wasn't anticipated because the stocks were making new highs on lower volume, and that's a telltale sign that that's not real follow-through there. However, I do expect somewhat of a bounce at a certain point. Now, we did break that moving average on the 30-day moving average and surely on the 8-day moving average on a daily chart, and that's really important, okay? So I can't stress this enough, okay? There's going to be a lot of opportunities with this said today as the market is tumbling pre-market. Now looking at the Nasdaq also trading at 14,746, and if we look across the board, all the stocks tumble. Okay, it started out with Alcoa. If you remember the previous day, Alcoa took us lower, and then Apple took us lower yesterday from 147 down to 144. Microsoft, oh my gosh, going from 293 down to 289. A nice little nosedive there. The Facebook didn't move that much, but Amazon also continuing making that break on that support level. So stocks are following through on the downside. However, okay, and I say this very, very highly, it's every time we've gone down, we've seemed to recover at a certain point, okay? So I'm not saying that that's necessarily going to be the case, because if we look at the VIX, it is trading higher. Look at that, 2032 did have a nice little spike as this is making a correctional move. Look at that 1 day spike as the markets are getting much more volatile, and that's usually a tell sign that we're in a bear market, okay? So at least in the interim, there may be some follow through today on the downside, but just play it safe as well and just know your levels. Lastly, looking at Bitcoin, breaking that 45,300-ish level, that's a major level to be broken Okay, but we are in that lower range. Okay, 43,900 is that lower support range. If we look at a 4-hour and daily, let's just jump into the daily. That's okay. That's a decent level for us to be in, because that was previous noise as well, where we had some consolidation as well. So something to consider going into today. Maybe we'll get that bounce, and that's what I'm looking for. So this is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.